All right, Jacob, see if I'm live. See if I'm live.
What are you saying, buddy?
See if I'm live.
Look at that.
See if it shows
Do you a
up.
favor? No thanks.
See if it shows up, dumbass.
Why would I do that, buddy? Just kidding.
Should pop up. Wait a second.
Checking, buddy. Doesn't say you're live now.
All right, hold on.
I don't think you're actually live. I think you made it up.
Make it live. Hurry up.
Yes, sir.
It says I'm live. Just press view on YouTube. Oh yeah, I'm live. Oh, I'm tripping. I know why. Niggas.
Whoa.
All right.
We lost this game.
All right. Let me know. Is it live now?
I'll think about checking.
No, you will. It's not a question.
Yes.
Jacob, do you want to come up in the chat?
How would I come up with the chat?
You want to get reviewed?
How do I join it? Open mic debating Roman Catholics.
Go to the Streamlabs and I'll let you in. StreamYard and request. Yeah, typically epistemological verification. What does the link do?
Yo, W StreamYard.
Are you in the back? Are you in the back seat?
No, give me 1 second. How do I click the link? Oh, it's in here. Let's see if this works.
Are you fucking serious? It's yelling. Wait, should I post this in the Oh, who's this retard in the back? Do you want to come up?
Yes, please.
What's up, buddy?
So what is your... So yeah, I'm a Gnostic, right? I'm a part of the Enlightenment. Okay. And I was just wondering, like, what exactly
Wait, you're a part of the what? What did you say?
The Enlightenment.
Can you explain? Can you explain what that is for me?
Yeah. So the idea is, right, that we experience God. We learn how to get salvation through secret teachings of Jesus that He reveals to only specific people.
Okay. And how do you know that?
Well, it's a secret, like I said.
Yeah, so what's the secret?
Well, you would have to go on your own personal journey to experience salvation.
And what type of knowledge? What type of transcendental category? Because you believe in a transcendental argument, correct?
Correct.
So what type of transcendental categories are you taking a part in with this transcendental argument?
I don't understand your question.
So hold on, let me fix my camera so maybe you can see me a little better. So how do you? So you said you revealed this unhidden revelation. Are you a Mormon?
No, I'm agnostic.
So where does the revelation come from? Who's giving it? How do you know?
The Book of Enoch, the Book of Mary
this book,
Magdalene, the Book of Barnabas, right? The books that you guys didn't put in the Bible for some reason.
Yeah, that's a forgery. Barnabas. Wait, are you talking about this book, by the way?
Yeah, that book right there.
Can you give me a page of what you're kind of referring to?
Yeah, like how when it talks about Enoch, when what he's seen, like the watchers in heaven, right? A lot of the stuff, and even Jesus quotes it, but you guys don't put it in the Bible. I'm just wondering why.
So Jesus quotes the God Enoch was talking about? Is that what you're saying?
No, Jesus quotes the book of Enoch.
Right, but the same entailment of the light that Enoch saw, Jesus was claiming to be that God. So therefore, it's the same category of specific authoritative concept of light.
That doesn't make sense. You didn't say anything with actual substance to it.
Yeah, that has substance. Jesus was the substance of God Enoch talked to.
No, what I'm saying is what you just said doesn't have any substance to it. You just said a bunch of jargon.
No, I didn't. How do you know that?
Yeah, because that's what you don't. What you just said didn't respond to what I said.
So you said Enoch has a revelation that is not of someone that can get in the Bible. Enoch was in the same time period of connected
I'm saying
to
Jesus
Yahweh.
quoted the book of Enoch, but you guys don't have it in the Bible. Why?
Where did he quote the book of Enoch?
Yeah, let me pull it up.
Yeah.
I thought this was, normal knowledge.
Okay, go ahead and tell me. And tell me how that disconnects from the Bible, because Enoch was in the time period of, the Old Testament, by the way. So let's make that clear.
So yeah, Matthew 22:30 parallels 1 Enoch 15:16 about the nature of angels and their rebellion.
Okay, what in the Bible? Matthew what?
Matthew 22:20. No, 22:30.
Okay. Are you like playing a game or something? Your mic's kind of like obnoxious.
No, I'm not gaming.
Okay. So let me fix the screen here. So yeah, are you talking about? So at the resurrection, people would neither marry or be given marriage. They would like the angels.
Yeah, that's straight from Enoch. That's talked about in Enoch. Go to 1 Enoch 15. It says that.
Oh, wait. So what's your argument though? These are like assertions. They can have. Do you agree they can have corresponding, connections with not the same, with the same principle? Because we believe Enoch is worshiping the same God that Jesus was. Oh, really? Is that an assertion?
Enoch received revelation through Jesus through secret measures. It's not like he didn't give us a book. Like all your beliefs come from a book.
Well, was Abraham revealed by secret measures?
Yes.
Did Jesus said Abraham spoke to me?
Yeah.
Okay, so then.
But I don't hold the scripture as canonical. I think it was corrupted by the early church.
Okay, like who?
Like Irenaeus, right?
Oh my God!
He gives. He actually says that Peter wrote the book of Mark.
Oh, he does. So what does he say? Can you give a quote?
Yeah. So he says in Irenaeus.
The memoir, right?
Yeah. He says he quotes the concept of that's found in Mark where it talks about. Why is there echo?
I don't know.
I think I hear your Discord.
Oh, well, I don't even know who you are, so. All right, should be good now.
Weird. Why do I hear yours still? Is it on me?
I mean, I hear a little echo, but what is that? Is that better?
Oh, I have this stream open at the same time. That's why I knew it on my part.
Yeah, you're low IQ. Okay.
So, yeah, he's quotes Mark, right, about Jesus giving the keys to Peter, and he says that in the memoir of Peter, it talks about it. So it refers that Peter wrote the book of Mark.
So that refers to him putting the book of Mark. How do you know that?
So yeah, because it says it's the memoir of Peter.
Well, what about, for example, do you know what memoir means?
Memoir is a writing that the person who first wrote it.
No, it's based on the historical background of what it comes from. For example, in the first apology, Justin Martyr, they talk about the memoir of all the apostles is Peter, because Antioch is Peter, Rome was the Peter. Why are you smiling? Is that funny to you? What's so funny? So then, therefore, a memoir, the only come up with that interpretation was to say that he would butcher Mark's words. And also, I want to make this straight. Before Tertullian, people came up with the name of Mark. So what are you talking about? Why are you laughing?
Wait, hold on.
What's so funny? I want to laugh.
How am I still in here? I left. Bro, I left the stream. I'm still in it.
You can never leave, buddy. Oh, you quit. All right.
Yeah, what's going on?
All right. Anyways, let me post this to.
Wait, I'm so confused. I'm still in the stream.
Yeah, you're never leaving me.
How did I?
Why did you leave and join back though? Are you gonna stay in here and actually like debate people with me? Because I'm about to share the link.
Why did it like force me?
Oh, what's up, buddy?
I left the studio because I was scared. And then it kept me in.
Are you gonna stay in here and debate people with me? I'm about to share the link.
No, thanks.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right. What are you doing? Oh my god.
So when are the people joining?
Somebody share the link. See if people join. If not, I'm somewhere else. Oh my god.
Yep.
You know this guy, Mr. Zadva? He goes in your comments. Has he ever he was in your live, right?
Who?
Hold on. This guy.
I don't know. I don't recall.
He's in your comments though on the Muslim one. It's in the description. Oh my god! How do you do that?
Do what?
Oh, nothing. How did you do that, for real?
Do what? I just moved my camera angle.
Oh, did you?
I just moved my camera angle.
Oh yeah, is that what happened or what? I didn't know that's what happened. There we go.
Sorry, someone knocked on my office door.
This fucking guy.
Yeah, this guy just people actually take it serious.
This guy's coming.
Huh?
But Ryder's coming. He has a big following. Ryder, let me know when you're in the chat.
We got download all that. Hello? How can you hear me?
What?
Oh, it's this.
Here, look at my screen. Is that funny? Wow.
I don't see anything.
You don't see it? Q&A?
Oh, I see that. Just a Q&A thing?
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be tough.
Yeah, I do. Did you download a bookshelf background just to put that?
Wait, what do you mean? You talking about my bookshelf?
Yeah.
What about my bookshelf?
No, the bookshelf that you implanted on your screen, that one.
I'm confused at what you mean. This is a real bookshelf.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that. Yeah, I can't add files and I have the whole
See, I see you got right here.
hold down. Oh!
let me grab it for you, all right? Let me grab it for you.
Okay.
See, I'm touching them. That means they're real. You see here.
Am I debating or watching someone else debate? It's whatever. Ryder, if you want to come up, this is my homeboy. We're both here to answer questions. He's a Gnostic, but
I don't see me on the stream.
the chat, TikTok.
Oh, it's not. Oh, I'm not live. Never mind. Yeah, I am on the stream. I see that.
So come up and ask questions. You know, we're both Orthodox. We can talk about Catholicism because I know you're a Catholic. I'm in the chat. Am I debating or watching someone else debate? Come up and chat. The stream yard's in the description. I wish I could see it on the screen though. It's kind of pissing me off.
We're both converted.
You got from TikTok in the theology chat? Yes. Are you convert? Yeah, we're both. We both converted. We're both more Protestant leaning. Why do I have to pay to see?
Let me bless this stream real quick.
Yo, that's, oh my gosh, I almost just leaked my card. I'm not even joking.
Bro.
I'm not even joking. I almost just leaked my card information.
Yeah, that's a good start.
All right, but anyways, if you guys want to join in the chat, we can talk about Catholicism. So like disagreements I have with Catholicism. Right now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yo, what's up, Kiro?
You actually do got people here.
What's up, Corny? If you guys have any questions, let me know. Me and Jacob would both be, happy to answer it. Or me. Jacob, this guy doesn't know much. Kidding. Now he specializes in his work is in Islam. Mine is more in patristic theology. If you guys have any questions about Islam or something like that.
You think about the papacy? Heresy?
You want me to answer it? Well, my argument with the papacy is that when we look at the ecclesiology, when it talks about universal, it is almost always referring to like, for example, the first time universal word was meant was by Ignatius. Seeing the canons, would be the future low tier, the biggest lies. Tier list, the biggest lies in Islam. Yeah, I mean, he might make one of those videos. Jacob, would you be interested in making that?
Yo, that would actually be fire. It'd be interesting for future live. Tier list, the biggest lies in Islam.
Yeah. So basically, the argument about the papacy is whenever it says you can't do one without the consent of others or stuff like, then Vatican I comes out and says you can do it without the consent of others. We have this universal jurisdiction. We see the universal jurisdiction condemned in the early church, by Pope Gregory and stuff like that. So, I just don't see it coherent. I don't see any evidence for it. That's just one thing. Then we look at the early formation of for example, you see the early formation of for instance, the Code of the Emperor, stuff like that. What is in my ear? Can you turn your mic down, Jacob? It's kind of like you hear some big TV. We don't see that. I don't see it coherent with Vatican I at all. I think it's a geopolitical thing how it got there. He's laughing. I can't.
I wasn't even laughing. Like, what?
Yeah, you were.
No, I was not. I'm searching things.
Are you guys Greek Orthodox or Orthodox? I'm a Russian Orthodox. Well, I'm going to go to a Greek Orthodox church, but either way, the Russian Orthodox, obviously in America, because I know there's a kind of disconnection, but I think Russian Orthodox church is perfectly fine. It's some cultural traditions. They're different. If you want to come up and ask questions on StreamYard, you can. Lord Jesus Christ, have mercy on me. Why do you not believe in the filioque? Well, whenever we read this and study the Cappadocian Fathers, I see that there's no consistency with Andy's son. And then you see, for example, his name. We don't see that. And then we see them always talking about the sole cause. The son, for example, John of Damascus, Nissa's writing. They always talk about the son cannot. They always talk about if the son, it would be a coexister. If the son would proceed from, the spirit would proceed from the son. But living in Russia means it's nighttime for me. Oh, okay. Maybe another time, bro. I appreciate you being alive, though. Or, for example, whenever we see Photius talk about it on his book in the 1800s, he talks about it is like whoever is a blasphemous position to say it's and the son, because that was during the rise of the papacy, of course. The filioque. If you want to check that out. So I just see it's inconsistent with ecclesiology. What about you, Jacob?
Yeah, I would go, since you went for the ecclesiology path, I would go the more of the metaphysical path. One of my biggest contentions with the filioque is that it destroys the Trinity, right? You have this relational distinction between the Father and the Son that the Holy Spirit does not have, right? There's multiple writings, especially the one by, let me look it up so I don't misquote.
Yeah, or you're gonna look up Mystagogy, I don't know how to pronounce it, of the Holy Spirit by St. Photius. He goes over it. He was a patriarch of Constantinople.
You can't have something between two persons of the Trinity that the other one doesn't have some sort of act that comes out. You can't leave out the principles of Father having the unique role, right? That's what makes him relationally distinct as the Father, as being the sole source of the Trinity. So when you say that Jesus is also the source of the Holy Spirit, it destroys the relational distinction of what makes the Father the Father.
Yeah, I agree with that. We just don't see it anywhere in the early church at all. They're very strict on what sole cause means, and it cannot be a coexister.
Photius of Constantinople, right? The first, he says in Mystagogian letters, whoever teaches that the Spirit proceeds from anyone but the Father alone is leaving out the principle of the Trinity and thus corrupts the faith. That's worded That's worded perfectly.
Yeah, that's a good book. There's translations, or there's that's obviously confirmed either way, but he does speak on that, and he was like Constantinople. What about Galatians 4:6? Hold on, let's see what he's talking about. Let's put it on the screen. Because again, I know plenty of verses talking about the Spirit cannot come from the Son, but I'm just not trying to be rude, but I'm going to go ahead and look. All right. Okay, Galatians. Oh, wow. Because you are his sons, God sent his Spirit to our hearts. The Spirit will call out Abba, Father.
Yeah, so when it talks about this, right?
Position.
Yeah, in Galatians 4:6, this is not about procession. This is about mission, right? The Holy Spirit proceeds through the Son, right? We get salvation through the Son from the Father, right? It's kind of like a Trinity. They're, interdependent. And that's how the Trinity works. These things, they all work together. You cannot separate the operations of the persons.
Because if you want to see a good verse for that,
not like procession.
Yeah. See a good verse for that. For example, when the advocate comes, who I will send you for me from the Father, the Spirit of truth who goes out from the Father, who will testify about me. So a lot of people, Catholics say, "Oh, it's about the human nature," but that's the point, though. The Father has always been the sole cause, because Jesus is God no matter what, in flesh or not in flesh. So I think we have to be honest and see what the church fathers say about it also, and they go over it. I believe that's the verse, but it could be a different one. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I haven't really heard Galatians 4:6 being brought up for filioque. What about you, Jacob? You think it's about the mission, right? Oh, Jesus Christ, we have mercy. Oh, he's mudded. But yeah, and then we see, I just don't see the evidence for that, especially with the church fathers going over it. Being very strict on what that sole cause is.
Do Orthos pray the rosary?
For example,
what
do you say? For example,
Orthos pray the rosary.
If you see John of Damascus, you talk about the Holy Spirit is one Spirit going forth from the Father, not in manner of sonship, but of procession. So that would be our argument there. Then he goes on to say, for if the Father is the Son, he is not strictly the Father, therefore it's strictly one Father. And if the Son is the Father, he is not strictly the Son, for there's strictly one Son and one Holy Spirit. So it's giving a very explanation on the monarchy of the Trinity. So that would be my argument with that. And what he said, you're going to pray the rosary? Yeah, that's the right verse. The Orthos pray the rosary? No. Because we can pray the rosary, but not really. We have a prayer rope. Yeah, that's the difference, because we think this a type of repetition in prayer in the sense of where you're doing it. Oh, yeah, exactly. So Jacob has it. And saying it to Mary and stuff like that. We'd say that we call it something called prelest. So that's why we have a prayer rope right instead. By the way, that background Jay Will has, it is nothing what it looks like in real life.
You talking about my books? You talking about my books?
Yeah. So to make that clear.
Are you saying these aren't real? I'm touching them right now.
Yeah, those aren't real.
This is City of God right here. Then this is Gregory Palamas, The Triads, which I've read.
Oh, is it? I gotta eat. Hope you guys have a good day. All right, bro. Make sure to subscribe or like it. Let me know if you want to come back up. And maybe tell the people about that group chat on TikTok also.
Follow my TikTok. I refute Muslims. You know what I mean? J. Will Apologetics. In-depth refutation of the Islamic dilemma.
Yeah, he focused on a lot of Islamic. And night, don't forget about your Russian. Oh yeah. Hi, what's up? Hey, Varel, you got any questions? We're gonna come up and ask some things. This guy in the comments still. I came from TikTok. Okay, are you a Catholic or what's your background? What's your background? President? Oh, okay. I mean, do you want to come up and talk or just want to talk in the chat? Obviously, I would disagree, but before I started debunking videos, by the way, I don't know if you was following me on TikTok. I thought it was hard to debate atheism, many arguments. Oh, yeah, they are weak because they don't have no justification for anything. Every time I debate them on TikTok or whatever, they tell me to come on the panel. They have no arguments for anything. They literally do the circle. They give a circle and it falls dichotomy. It's literally the lowest of the low. And yeah, I'm following you. Are you? What's your channel again? I follow pretty much everybody on that in that group chat. Because like I'm from the group chat. Okay. Okay. Are you like inquiring orthodoxy or something like that? It's Cornelius, but with the Russian letters. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I follow pretty much the whole community in that group chat. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I can show you why. Even according to the Quran, Muhammad was a Satanist. I don't know if y'all are ready for the sauce though.
Go ahead, give it out. You know.
Where do you see it?
Hold on, let me add to the stage. All right, go ahead.
All right, here in the Quran, Surah 43:36, it says, "And whoever
How do I
turns
come
a
up?
blind
Hold on,
eye."
Jacob. Hold on, Jacob. Now that I'm back from debation, I want to debate Muslim. Yeah, go to Jay Will's channel. He has a lot of good arguments for Muslims. And how do I come up? Yeah, go into the description. There's a StreamYard link, and I can let you up.
I'm gonna make more videos on this
And
one,
just
like
request
on
that
other
and let you up.
things. I think this could be my next video actually. So in Surah 43:36, it says, "And whoever turns a blind eye to the reminder is, the Quran. So it's saying if you turn a blind eye to the Quran of the most compassionate, right? He allows the most compassionate, but we place at the disposal of each a devilish one as their close associate." So he is saying in Surah 43:36 that if you turn a blind eye to the Quran, right, you will be at disposal of Satan, right, of the devilish one.
Hold on, Jacob. I want my camera off. Yeah, you can have it off. We're just doing questions. It's completely fine.
And then if we go to Sahih al-Bukhari, right, 3175, Aisha narrates that the prophet was bewitched so that he began to imagine that he had done a thing which in fact he had not done. So Muhammad was literally demonic possessed, and therefore, according to their Quran, he turned a blind eye to the reminder, and he was an associate of the devil. Yeah, I haven't heard a single argument against this. Yeah, that's just a fireball.
Maria, let me know if you find the if you find it. About Protestantism, whatever. Lord, Jesus Christ, please have mercy on me.
Wait, why am I small?
Oh man, it's funny. What do you think, Callum? Jacob, do you want to answer that?
Kalam cosmological argument. I love the cosmological argument. I'm not familiar with what you mean by Kalam. Let me just look up what that is. But the cosmological argument.
It's just the first cause argument, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, with like that's what I thought. There's so many different words for it.
With the logos being at the front hand. That's because that would be the Orthodox perspective, of course.
Kalam. No, it's Kalam. The KCA. Oh, this is William Lane Craig's argument. Right. Okay, yeah. Dude, there's so many different words for this. But yeah, that's one of the strongest ones I go to, and a lot of the times they'll try to say things like the eternal universe to try to get out.
All right, Dennis, I'm gonna let you up. Jacob, when you're done, I'm gonna let the person up.
All right, but the cosmological argument either has to put you in a square of ignorancy, right? Like we do not know, right? And it gives us kind of like a little advantage point of saying like, okay, well then it's completely justified and logical to say that there is some sort of intelligent mind that created it, because time itself is created. And then if you do not go that route, the only other route would probably be going towards the eternal universe, but science is so heavily against the eternal universe because not only is it a paradox, but the science doesn't actually show any proof of that because we have things like the constant density.
The person who's left the stream, are you going to join back? Okay, so we're going to put you up. Who's left and join? Oh, there you go. I got you. All right, meet yourself. Yo.
Hello. Hi.
Yo, what's up? You got any questions?
I don't have questions, but as a Protestant, I still pray the rosary. Do you know what the Catholic use? The Catholic use the rosary. Rosary.
Wait, you pray, Jacob. Let me answer. You pray the rosary and you're Protestant. Do you believe that Mary is the mother of God?
I'm assuming you're like a Lutheran or maybe an Anglican.
Yeah. By the way, well, they don't even pray. By the way, I'm not
Presbyterian.
Okay. By the way, I'm not a Roman Catholic. I don't pray the rosary. But are you saying that you pray your rosary and you're a Protestant? Do you believe that Mary can intercede for you?
No. No. Yeah.
So why are you praying? So what is the rosary doing for you?
Just reading the prayers, like Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Okay. Well, I would say under Protestant doctrine, that would be a heresy because you guys don't agree with praying with the dead. You guys believe, I don't pray the rosary again, but we do intercede we believe saints can intercede for us because all the evidence through the Apostolic deposit through the Orthodox view. So your question is, should I be praying the rosary as a Protestant? Is that what your question is?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I think it wouldn't make any sense, but again, I don't pray the rosary because I'm not a Roman, I'm not a Roman Catholic. But I would also say that yes, it's one God, but we do believe that the saints they intercede for us because that was the part of the Apostolic deposit. The divinity of Christ shows that through the Old Testament. And I also see your profile picture. Is that in your Presbyterian church?
No. But sometimes I go to a Catholic mass. I attend Catholic mass. This is on Eucharist. Eucharist.
The Eucharist.
The Holy Sacrament. Yeah.
Yes. So if you're going to a Presbyterian church, obviously I want you to become Orthodox. But if you're going to a Presbyterian church, then you guys are praying. And you have interest in the Eucharist, then you should look into Orthodoxy. Because the Eucharist is in Orthodoxy, but it's consistent at the highest level rather over Roman Catholicism. Or if you're saying, I go to a Catholic church, I want to learn this. But I think the best part to know is that you're not completely in Roman Catholicism, right? Because you go to a Presbyterian church. Is that correct? So the best thing I would advise is to look into Orthodoxy, because we believe they have the most consistency. If you know the Eucharist is a holy sacrament. Yeah. Is that the question, you guys? Is that it?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's like 7:30 right now. I have to have breakfast.
Okay.
Thank you for checking.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Bye.
All right. Jacob, why is your camera off? All right. Do you think that if an atheist uses the argument, who created God, it has no correlation? Yeah, it doesn't, because they don't have a justification on how they come to logical conclusions on why God was created, or how they can ground a transcendental moral order to say that God is the first. Jacob, why was your camera off? I'm just kind of curious.
I was like, okay.
Okay, so to say that God, because they can't give a correlation for why those transcendental categories come from God or not. So to say that would be a non sequitur, because we can say he's a forever eternal, right? Because
Exactly.
we have a justification for that. Jacob could probably answer that better than I can.
So yeah, the question who created God is one of the most ridiculous questions of all time, because the first premise is everything within the universe needs to have a cause because it's subject to time and space. The Lord Yahweh is not subject to time and space. He's outside. He's eternal. He's not eternal in the sense that he infinitely regresses and infinitely progresses in like some sort of traversing linear time. It's because he's outside of time, right? He's not subject to time. Yeah. So the whole premise is that everything within time and space has to have a cause, right? Because that's the law of space-time, or the structure of the universe. And by definition, God is outside of time. He doesn't have a beginning. Time itself has a beginning. The universe has a beginning, so it needs something to cause it. So it's just a ridiculous question. And then, like, Joe Bartazzoli or something, the one TikToker that tries to be a philosopher. But he says, well, if we can say that to God, we can say that to the universe. But if the universe
just like crashed almost,
the universe that has like a linear time frame, like time structure, if you say that eternally regresses, it's a paradox. Because imagine you're like on a step, like a staircase. You look all the way down and it goes on forever. Then how did you ever get to the stair that you're on if you had to traverse an infinite amount of steps?
Yeah, exactly. Again, if anyone wants to come up on the panel, like the other person, we could have a good conversation, or keep typing in the chat, whatever. Could I commit or something, a sin or something, if I used to go to a Catholic church? I became Orthodox when I lived in Poland, but there was no Orthodox churches, so I went to Catholic churches. Well, I wouldn't say that particular, because if it's based on a certain area, I wouldn't think that would have anything to do with it. But you should also try your hardest to go to an Orthodox church, of course, because there's no, the Catholic isn't Orthodox. But again, grace is what gets you in the door. If you're truly following Christ, then he knows that your continuation through that is genuine.
Yeah. And to add on to that, if you're worried that like you were living a sinful life, I would go to your spiritual priest and ask him that question.
Yeah.
I feel like he would have more an in-depth understanding of how that all works.
It's like disconnecting, connecting.
Yeah, I see that.
While we're waiting towards a new question, you want to go ahead and go over like what the Islamic dilemma is?
Yeah, I can go over that. Let me pull up all my sheets.
Yeah, because it's important. If you're gonna, the guy in the chat said he wants to debate Muslims, you have to know this, because this is a first premise debate style. Because if everything else they're saying, if they don't understand this premise, and if you don't, it's gonna go under a false dichotomy, and there's gonna be no grounding. Because they're told that the Torah comes from, the Bible, and confirms the Quran, but it just doesn't work. Yeah.
All right, let me pull up all the tabs and get it prepared.
All right, tell me when you're sharing your screen.
I wonder if on the Quran I can pull up multiple things at once.
Probably.
I can. Okay.
All right. Just let me know when you share your screen. I can show it.
Are you on video?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why you got his background. Look at this guy.
Oh.
That's what you guys call a, I don't want to say it on stream, but okay. All right, let me know. All right, let me know when you're ready to share it.
I'm just
Hero,
going
do you
to
have
pull
any
it in
other
multiple tabs.
I want to have my own spiritual priest, but I don't know Russian. I can really communicate. I mean, aren't you in Russia? I mean, you should probably learn the language, no? I mean, like, that's maybe rude. But, or did you move there from America? Lord Jesus Christ, we have mercy on me. Wait, are you having some trouble in your background, or what's going on?
Not having trouble, buddy.
Like, Hero did a good question still. We're still learning as we're going also, by the way. That's what I'm trying to do, but I come from the Republic of Moldova, a country that speaks Romanian, so it's harder for me, but I'm trying to learn Russian. Okay, I see. I mean, yeah, just try to connect with them the best way you can, obviously.
Yeah.
They're gonna, but we could tell body language, learning Russian, understand the basics of the country.
I'll just keep it 3 verses, just keep it simple, give like a little basic understanding of it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have mine up, you have yours up. Good boy. All right.
Oh.
So the 3rd chapter, the Quran, refutes the whole Quran. All right.
Okay.
In Surah 334, Allah says, He has revealed to you, O Prophet, the book and truth, confirming what came before it, as He revealed the Torah and Gospel previously as a guide for people, and also revealed the standard to distinguish between right and wrong. Surely those who reject Allah's revelation will suffer a severe torment, for Allah is Almighty. All right.
Okay. And what is the point of showing that?
So it says that the book and truth, right, is revealed to us, and He revealed the Torah and the Gospel. So He is claiming that the Torah and Gospel are revelations from Allah. So,
okay.
Right. So they go around, say the Gospel of the Injil. I don't see Injil being in Hebrew. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to sleep. Thanks for this live. See you next time. All right, make sure to subscribe and like. Tell some people about it. They want to come up. Ask some people that will come up on the stream. We'll see you next time, bro. I appreciate the questions.
Yep. And then here's the main kicker. Oh, what did I just do? Okay.
Sorry for not chatting with more of you. No, you're fine, bro. You were asking good questions.
Yeah, good questions. Keeping the stream going. So Surah 546, and we sent, following in their footsteps, the prophets, Jesus, the son of Mary, confirming that which came before him in the Torah, and we gave him the gospel, in which was guidance and light, and confirming that which preceded it of the Torah as guidance and instruction for the righteous. We sent Jesus, son of Mary, in their footsteps to confirm the Torah. So how can you confirm a book that's corrupted? That doesn't make any sense. Right? Then if we go to 1094, it says, if you, O prophet, are in doubt about these stories, right, being the ones of the prophets of Moses, of the new revelation that we have revealed to you, then ask those who read the scriptures before you. The truth has certainly come to you from the Lord, so you do not be one of those who doubt. So it's literally telling them to come to the people of the book if they are having trouble understanding, if they're having doubts. And that is the basics of the Islamic dilemma. There goes way more in depth than just that, but just want to give a little quick summary.
Hello, it's me. Hold on. Hello, it's meme1447. What's up, Albert Catholic? If you want to come and ask questions or stay in the chat, we just got done, answering somebody's Islamic question. I think going over the Islamic dilemma. If you want to ask some questions, come up. Happy to have you up. Yeah, he's the guy from. Okay, you're the guy from TikTok, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now stay, bro. It's fine.
All good, all good.
I don't know. That's fine. I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah, he just says he doesn't want to turn up. That's fine.
That's all good. Do you have any questions in the chat, though? See, you're a Catholic. We're an Orthodox. We disagree. Do you have any questions about it?
We don't got to debate. We can just explain our differences and the reason we chose Orthodox.
Hello. This guy's still in the chat from earlier. He been trying to come up. Augsburg Catholic. Which one's your TikTok page? Memes? Okay, hold on. Oh, I see. Anime and poker. Oh, you're a Lutheran? And you're a theology LARPer, according to your bio? Okay. It's interesting.
So what do you think about that Baptist that refuted you?
Oh yeah. Well, I think it's, he said he's going to respond to my video, but he said I'll respond to this one, but he won't respond to the first one, right? Where I got all of them in context. I think it's just natural selection he's covering.
Of course.
Just like, Ramadan, who beat you, The guy who destroyed you on what memoir means.
Wait, the guy that didn't know definitions of memoir and the guy that doesn't understand the structure of space-time.
Yeah. That guy. Yeah.
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 I actually have a book that I can show.
Luther's Catechism. Okay.
Luther's Small Catechism. We can go over it.
You want to go over it? Like, what do they teach about? Obviously, they think it's the Eucharist is literal, but they don't believe in the divine mystery through the energies, so it's irrelevant.
Correct. That's the thing. Lutheran believed in apostolic succession.
Can I ask how many kids are in your house?
10.
Okay.
I just seen it. He talks about the keys.
Oh yeah.
Curious.
Yeah, the keys.
I just had it here.
This dude's named Philosophy Locker on these coming up.
So table content. Sacraments. I just seen it, dude. Where's the office of the keys? Let me just read it, and my eyes like locked in on it.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. I'm sure that's what's happening.
That's correct. Okay, found it. What is the office of the keys? All right, this is his confession, page 29. The office of the keys is that special authority which Christ has given to his church on earth to forgive the sins of repentant sinners, but to withhold forgiveness from the unrepentant as long as they do not repent. Where this is written, this is what St. John the Evangelist writes in chapter 20. The Lord Jesus breathed on his disciples and said, receive the Holy Spirit. If you forgive anyone of their sins, they are forgiven. If you do not forgive them, they are not forgiven. It's funny they bring that up instead of Matthew 18:18 that talks about the authority to bind and loose.
How many kids are in your background? I thought you only had one, kid from
12.
sibling. Okay. It's kind of annoying.
Okay. It's funny how in Luther's catechism he leaves out the binding and loosing. I don't know.
Yeah. Why would he leave it in?
I don't know.
Because they have to butcher down as much as possible, for Protestant ideology. Even though he's closer about the Eucharist, it's not an argument because he doesn't know how that happens and why it's the line. So it's quite literally relevant.
And it's funny he quotes John 20, 22, 20, 22, and 23, but why would he not go to Matthew 16:18 or Matthew 18:18 for that?
Exactly.
Where it actually says verbatim, here's the kingdom, here's the keys to the kingdom of God. He instead goes to John 20, 22, where it leaves out the binding and loosing.
Yeah.
I just found that a little interesting. Well, hold on. Let me put it in my bookshelf. Not up here.
Oh yeah. Because you have that. Yeah, I also do want to share my screen and get where this ideology even comes from. Was it's talking about the apostolic deposit. It's talking about we're the same as Peter. The apostles were the same as Peter. So when you got those keys in 1618 to 1818, whenever they go over this is what it's resulting to. It is the same as Peter. It's endowed with like partnership and honor. So if they have the same power from the start, and it quotes obviously Matthew 16:18. You're upon his rock of my church, and it claims that he has all the same power as Peter. Yes, the confession was through Peter, but the deposit of the apostles is binding and loosing, which he goes on to say. With the keys of heaven, you're gonna loose on earth, you're gonna loose in heaven, etc. So that's kind of the ecclesiology behind that, and that's where Lutheranism fails, unfortunately. Is anybody in the live? You want to come in, ask questions? I have to spread this again. You guys see what's going on Roblox. Oh wow, 3.1K players.
All right. You want to say anything in chat? Nope.
Okay, my mic was dead. Back it up here, buddy. All right, we'll be going in a podcast session. See what. Why is this so loud? It's literally LARPing too. Why is this loud music playing in my ear? Hello? What am I hearing? Hello? Is this I have a question. Are you a Roman Catholic? Lutheran? So do you believe that the papacy, you believe in the papacy and all those things?
Oh, talk's about to go crazy.
Okay. Well, you know, like Sedevacantis and like SSPX that we were talking about. Those are the people who don't believe the Pope in the papacy is, authoritative.
Tucker, on stream, it can't hear nothing.
What do you say?
On stream, it can't hear nothing. It's not showing anything.
Why not? Oh, I know why. Some of you can hear it now. All right, some of you can hear it now. Can you hear it? Can you hear it, Jacob?
Bro, it just keeps repeating the same thing.
Can you hear it?
I don't know who's talking, if it's the live or if it's in here.
Okay, well, I'm here. I'm an Orthodox Christian, and the reason I'm asking is because I thought I'm here to ask questions because I disagree with obviously papal authority. We believe in the first millennium that wasn't a thing. So my question for you is, so you don't believe in the because I would say that's dogma. You'd have to believe in that. You were Vatican II and Nostra Aetate and stuff like that. So I'm kind of confused. Are you like a Roman? Are you believe in Catholicism fully, or are you just like kind of like confused? Like a Sedevacanist or a, Jacob, can you hear me now? Can you hear this? Can you hear her talk? Can you hear it or not? Are you talking about like paganism? Are you like a pagan Catholic? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought this was like a Catholic. I'm sorry. I thought you were like a Roman Catholic. Well, Well, no, obviously, I mean, do you have a reason why? I mean, I'd like to talk about that too. Can you give me a reason why I should be a pagan Catholic? Yeah. Yeah, like, why is that? Why did you choose that? Why should I choose that? Why should I, Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Well, I guess my question would be, were you raised Catholic or Protestant? Those are two different things. Okay. Oh, okay. With the saints on it? Oh, okay. Okay. Can I respond to that? I mean, well, Catholic dogma, obviously, I don't agree with. I mean, I'm not a Catholic, or again, I'm an Orthodox Christian, but I do also think that I disagree with paganism, obviously. But I do want to say that to be a Catholic and say that, do you think you could do both? You do, pagan, because I don't know if you're aware of, with Irenaeus and some of the early church fathers against paganism, they have plenty of books, going against paganism, Gnosticism, saying that Jesus was created and stuff like that. So I would honestly, I see the point that she's making, but I'm just kind of questioning, do you think you can intertwine the both of them in paganism? Mm-hmm.
Bridget, and how that kind of became like a way for them to not leave those traditions behind. So, like, traditionally, yes, and like, yes,
Jacob, can you
because like you see
can you
these
hear
many
her? Please
saints and you
answer.
see the similarities and the syncretism of
I need my moderator.
other religions that couldn't necessarily leave their traditions behind.
Mm-hmm.
So the church made it more like acceptable and made it more like Christ centered, if that makes sense.
Oh well, do you want me? Can I respond to that?
Okay, I'm
Right.
gonna quick seat this person. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Is someone already asking a question?
Yeah, I'm trying to ask
I
her.
think I answered, but do you have any more questions.
Well, yeah. Well,
Can I
Nick?
think for a second?
okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so my question is, so you said they, well, I just want to be honest, they did denounce paganism in the early, obviously I don't believe in Roman Catholicism, but we're talking about the early universal church. They did denounce that multiple times, Gnosticism. So to say that, I mean, if you're talking about Saint Bridget, again, I'm not a Catholic, I don't know who that is, but if you're talking about like Saint Bridget in like the fourth, fifth century, she was like an
Anyway,
Irish.
how's everyone's day doing while she thinks of a question?
Okay.
Kind of good. How's yours?
It's just literally brain dead.
Pretty
Oh my
good.
god. It's literally retarded. Oh my god. What are we doing? We have zero clue what she's talking about. Like, do you want me to answer your question? Like, you gave an assertion. You said that the pagan god is real. That's in Catholicism. That's not a fact. That's not true. Like, dude, you're just lying. Literally just lying. Oh my gosh. Literally just lying. It's embarrassing. At the lowest level, too. Well, they have pagan roots. Okay, what were they? Well, she believed that they were, they were pagan, and they were pagan because they were pagan. Unreal. Okay, so why are they pagan? Literal joke.
People on this trip. It just happened to work out. We saw FDA in California. We saw Patrick Henningsen. I haven't seen Patrick in person in about 8 years. It was the last time I saw Patrick was in the UK at AV9. We got to see Ubi Petrus in person again. We did a podcast that just went up with Ubi. If you guys didn't see that, check that out. It just went up yesterday. We saw Rachel and Andrew. I hadn't seen Rachel and Andrew in a few years in person.
Legendary trip.
We saw some other Orthodox friends in Dallas that we hadn't seen in a long time. We got to see Jonathan Pageau. I haven't seen Pageau since 2017, so probably almost a decade. And good to have dinner with him, chatted with him for a long time. Met Deacon Richard, I think is his name. Super cool guy, really, really nice in person, and enthusiastic, exuberant dude in person. Very cool.
Dude,
He's also very.
Can you hear my screen?
It's always funny when you see people in person
like on the
from
screen?
the internet. They're almost always either way shorter.
Dude, you should have heard this on TikTok. She didn't want to answer anything I was saying. Did you hear that?
Yes, I can hear him.
No, did you hear her?
Who?
The person I was on Roblox with.
No.
She was.
I don't know if it didn't hear, but I wasn't here.
No, I put the sound. I know why it wouldn't show it. She was about, if you talk about Saint Bridget, and you know that she did, intertwined with Celtic. She was a Celtic goddess. It's like, what are you even talking about? With the name?
I don't understand. It's too low tier for me.
She wasn't. Yeah, she's like, well, she was Irish. Okay, so that doesn't mean she's the saint. I was like, do you know that they condemn Gnosticism and paganism? I was like, can you intertwine paganism and Gnosticism at the same time? She was like, she was like, well, in my opinion, yeah, because my mom wouldn't let me. It's just a bunch of like, I'm trying not to cuss on here. It's a literal bunch of trauma cope. Like, I grew up Protestant, and she did take my rosary. It's like, dude, it's literally instinctual. Because I literally know how it works, Jacob. They broke these things. Oh my God, it has value. Yeah, God, y'all, yeah, value. Yeah, religion, culture, family. Like, they quote these things, but they can't ground why it's true. So next thing you know, they're just coping, crying, talking about it's natural selection. It's literally the lowest of human conscience. I can't even explain it. I can, but I'm not gonna go into it. I'm so mad.
Okay.
Not even Catholic. Like, you took my rosary, yeah, where you prayed, you're pre-lesson for 5 minutes, right? And then it took me, she said, I can't have it back because I don't want to click to Catholicism. I want to do paganism and Catholicism. I'm like, you can't do both, even though they are pagan. Obviously, Catholicism is pagan. But for you, you're at the lowest level where now you're coping and you're pretending that you can do both. Is that? She said it's not dogma. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's condemned literally the first second ever since Jesus died. What are you talking about? And then they condemn that in their doctrine with pre-lust, of course. But it's just, and then, dude, what's they do, Jacob? They fear their childhood.
It's literally like the first command.
They fear their. I know they fear their childhood. Exactly, they fear their childhood. They fear this. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. And then they don't know how to control it. Then they end up fearing. They'd be like, "Oh my God, my Tim and Rosie, I don't, my family, my church, like things that hold value." But they can't ground anything close to why it's ordered and why you should protect that. And then when I started asking, she was like,
"Why
Jacob,
did you tell me to shut up again? Because who are you?
Because you kept talking. Oh. So then I can just mute you, right?" Wait, then she kept. Oh my God. Buddy. And then she was just like, oh. And then she was like, well, and then she's like, anyone else have any questions? So like, would the questions come with responses and truth claims or not? You're making a truth claim that you can intertwine them. Okay, it's so low tier. I'm not even.
So yeah, dude, that's weird. Oh.
Yeah. Jacob, could you look at your mic on Streamlab? Why is your mic lagging?
All right. All right, buddy. I can't believe that you do such a thing.
Piece of quote Christendom. Well, actually, it's the papacy that is the first major schismer in the Christendom.
Can you hear it on my stream?
The papacy in the 11th century claimed to have outrageous powers in Dictatus Papae, which are then reflected and dogmatized explicitly in Unum Sanctum.
Why is Jay Dyer copying
Boniface? Is it Urban?
Why is he copying? Why is he copying
Urban in Unum Sanctum? So no, it's the papacy that is the actual schism.
Why is he?
I am now greater than Martin Luther, apparently. So thank you guys.
I'm going to thing and ask him about Thomism on stream. I was going to say the stream title is going to be asking JDR about Thomism. Oh, and open mic. Kidding. We're at the 2 hours and I'm ending.
They'll be on my channel.
We've done a generation done. We're just doing a bunch of podcasts with Trent Horn, Andrew Wilson, Ruby Petrus about Orthodoxy. Dude, all the Catholic bait debaters are done. Hold on.
Screaming, cussing, I want to fight you, Jay Dyer Skittles, man, was just on Nate Fried's podcast on the Israeli Warrior. I want to hear how much money that Nate Fried take from Bean Shapiro. I love you, Bean, so much. Could I lick your yarmulke? Can I lick? Okay. Can I lick it? Can I lick your yarmulke? I love you, Bean. And then Ben's like 2 feet shorter than him, and Matt Fred's like bending over and licking the yarmulke.
What's up?
And so, of course, he's going to have on this.
That's all you.
Insane Skittles.
You're not going to do it.
No.
Why? It's high tier.
Now. And remember, what did he lose his mind over?
We know.
The fact that Cleve was debating together against him and a bisexual creep from the Piers Morgan show, Danny. And Cleve said, well, how come you're on the same team as this dude? And watch Trent Doherty lose his mind, but this is okay according to Nate Fried.
Of theology on display here today, since you have teamed up with a bisexual atheist.
Bro, what are you doing?
That's a piece of shit move, you fucking piece of shit. Fuck you.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Disgusting. I cannot believe that I'm sitting here and I am seeing somebody who claims to be a Christian treat another human being with such absolute disrespect. You should be absolutely ashamed of yourself.
Isn't that the same guy that like
Sanity.
said
That's literally
Jay
unhinged.
Dyer,
lunatic.
like something about like a fist fight
together with the atheist dude
When he
that I
debated
debated
him
on
on the
Piers
panel.
Morgan,
Mm-hmm.
losing his
He's like,
mind
how
at
much money does
Cleve.
he has? He's zero. He's
Probably
zero
because
he said he wants
Trent
to
thought he
fight.
would touch butts or something. I don't know.
Well, you're coming here to
You
coming
are
here to
so
defend
disgusting.
theology
That is
with
the
an
most
atheist
unchristian.
that has his
You literally
entire.
told him how much money do you have? He
And
said
now
he's
he's trash.
going to punch you. You're
And
retarded.
what is Danny's handle on StreamYard? Bisexual atheist.
Zero clue what he's talking about.
Literally, his handle is bisexual atheist.
Actually,
And they teamed up to debate. I think the debate was Christians and Muslims worshiping the same God again. And Trent Doherty absolutely loses it. Did the same thing to me. But ridiculous Matt Fradd and his op, whatever op he's under, would love to platform these people. I don't care about Matt Fradd's show. It's gay anyway. But look at the double standard and the ridiculous hypocrisy, dude. They'll platform pro-gay dudes, right? But Joe Dyer is such a bad actor. I will never, ever interact with that man. Yeah, this is soy rage. But, I mean, again, makes sense that Matt Fradd would have soy rage on his podcast. And I told you guys for...
all right, Jacob, you ready?
What's up?
Are you going to come on?
Of course not.
Are you that much of a simp? That's so sad.
Bro, you're retarded.
Lord have mercy on him. Why would, okay, does it not show my whole thing? I'm gonna go ask people for epistemic justifications. No, OMTV is better though.
Bro, you do not want to be, bro. Are you actually?
Oh,
dude,
wait.
get
No,
off.
you're right. You're right. You're right.
Dude. And bro.
I know I'll have something to cover it, buddy.
Yeah, you better figure that out before you decide to do something like that.
It'll be
Even
nothing,
like-
buddy. It'll be nothing. Don't worry. It can't even ban me.
I can't sit here with this Lord.
Watch. First one, no dick. Hello? No, you're right. I'm my life. I have my finger on the clicker like automatically.
Yeah.
This is so low, though. We don't want to talk to those type of people, do we? Hello? Yo, brother, assalamu alaikum. Why have you guys read Saudi al-Bukhari? Hey, brother, I have a question. Are you guys Islam? You guys are Muslims? Wait, can you guys solve the Islamic dilemma? Do you know what it is? Okay, so the view is the Quran, it says that the Bible confirms the Quran, correct? So if that's the case, how do you guys believe the Bible is corrupted? Don't skip. So it's been changed? Is the okay? Is the Bible from Allah? Is the divine revelation from Allah? The Bible and the Torah. Yes. When did it get changed? Okay. How do you know the? Wait, are you Muslim vaping, brother? Okay. So the rest is what? Atheist? I'm doing what? I'm on TikTok. Yeah. So I have a question. I have a question. If the for the Muslim, the Quran is from, I mean, the Old Testament, New Testament is from Allah, and it got corrupted. How did it get corrupted if Allah's books can never get corrupted, brother? It didn't. How do you? Okay. Okay. It's written. Wait, where are you getting that the Bible was translated context? It's been the same since the Dead Sea Scrolls. The Quran has changed translations, brother, not the Bible. How do? They use what? So you said that the Bible is not the same context because they translated languages. Where is it not the same context? That's no, the Quran is translated to English. Is it the same context? Well, I can buy a Sunni Quran. I can buy multiple different. There's like 30. There's 17 different. They're the same. They're the same translations. They're different contexts, not same translations. There's many verses. Brother, you made the claim that the Bible has been translated context, and then you said the languages. Languages aren't context, brother. The Quran has been translated in language also. Where, brother? 600 years Muslims they appealed to the Bible after their burnt text got burnt. So it got burnt. So where's the rest of the Quran and why did it change? It's because it comes from the Bible. The Bible is the confirmation that Allah sent. You can't. Okay, but do you believe assertions aren't actually true? That doesn't mean it's true just because you believe that. Every scholar, every 600-year Muslim says, even scholars, Muhammad's friend said it's been burnt, it's gone. You know that. I know you know that. You're smart. Brother, I just said the point that when Quran sends the Bible and the Torah confirms the Bible, and you said it's corrupted. How would Allah's word change, brother? Who changed it? So the prophets of the Old Testament, are Allah's prophets, correct? We have the same manuscripts to those prophets. According to who? Who says that? According to who? Where is the evidence? There's no evidence for that. That's an Islamic dilemma. That's false. Oh, brother.
I can't hear the Muslim.
Brother, I debate for brother. 600 years Muslims says the Quran has been burnt, and the only way to preserve to what Allah written is the Bible and the Torah, and the prophets that you claim come from Allah. Hold on, brother, in the middle. Hold on, brother.
Tucker,
Okay.
I can't hear it on stream. Fix it.
Search it up. It's a fact. It's a fact. Oh, hold on. Someone's in it.
Hey, hello.
Hold on, be a minute.
Sorry.
Okay, brother, you're gonna have to look it up. It's a fact. The Quran has been burnt. They say you have to appeal to. They say you have to appeal to the Torah. Do you understand that? All the 600-year Muslims say you have to appeal to the Torah. That's a fact. Do you have it's in the Quran? It says the Bible and in the Quran. The Bible and the Quran confirm the Injil. Brother, your book says the Old Testament and the New Testament is both confirmed by Allah. It's a prophecy of Jesus being God. Yes, ask him. Oh, brother, you don't know your own Quran, brother. You don't own your own Quran? Jacob, what's the verse? You know your Quran? Yes, the Old Testament that you claim to be from Allah, that your book says is from Allah, confirmed Jesus being God, and we have the same prophecies from today. Brother, you're not listening. Your book confirms the Bible, which the prophets do not believe in Islam. Jesus says Father. Allah has no sons. Allah has no sons, brother. He's a deceiver. All right, bro. You have no clue what you're talking about. All right, we're done. That's enough. I'm not even specialized in Islam. Okay, I'm sorry. The person who's in the live, I'm sorry. I had to deal with that.
No. It's all right. I was just gonna say though, the other guy you were speaking to, his audio wasn't coming through. So from the stream, it was just like you speaking.
I know. I didn't have it up. Oh, do you have any questions? What's your question?
Oh no, I was just I just come across your stream where you like debating open sorts and that. Just figured I'd pop in. I'm Roman Catholic myself, but I'd just like to say that if you've got anything to ask or like anything to put forward to me, I'm happy to hear it. I'm not gonna like come on and start like shouting at you. It's just
no, that's fine. Are you Irish?
Yeah.
I like your accent.
It's a blend of Irish and a few others, so it's got a twinge in it.
Okay, well, I'm an Eastern Orthodox, right? So
nice.
Okay, so my difference with Catholicism is papal. You know the papacy, the Pope.
Yeah.
So the difference is that we claim that there was no papal authority, that's universal jurisdiction over all churches. We believe Rome was a part of the Pentarchy, correct? Because whenever, for example, when Augustine is talking, he talks about Rome doesn't. Oh, let me fix this. If Rome doesn't have a good council, we have a universal plenary council that is universal outside the church, outside of Rome, because that means the motivation would be towards the whole Pentarchy, which we see in the canons. For example, it talks about you cannot do one decision without the consent of all. But I'd say that'd be a direct contradiction to Vatican I that says you can do it without the consent, etc. Stuff like that. So my point is the epistemology, the ecclesiology is contradictory to Vatican I. And if are you trying to are you trying to ask questions, or it's kind of your presupposition?
No, I'm just come on, like if you want to ask me anything, or if there's anything you want to bring up for us to discuss between each other, like I'm happy to do so. As I said, I'm not here to like scream and shout about who's right and who's wrong.
No, of course not.
I love always, learning other people's point of perspective. That's all.
Yeah. So what would be some of your best evidences for the papacy?
For me, it's all about like establishment, because obviously that goes back to the Roman era. I will admit though that the papacy has had errors throughout its lengthy timeline, but I would just always pinpoint it back to. Oh, sorry.
Are you a sedevacantist?
Oh, wait, sorry.
Okay, it's interesting.
No, what was it you asked? Sorry.
I was asking if you were a set of account where you think the Pope is error, because Vatican I says the papacy will never error. So you disagree with that?
Oh yeah, the Pope is that like throughout the many popes there's been, a few of them have made some grave errors.
Yeah, I agree with that. So do you take the more set of Acanthist view where the Pope, the chair is empty now, but it will come back?
Yeah, because I believe that it's like there's been a many great Pope throughout the timeline, but there's also been bad ones. It's all about it's all about just holding them to that standard. Like if there's a bad Pope, get them out. It's for me, I don't believe that because you're Pope, you're exclusionary to anything and everything. You still must be held accountable, whether it's you hold that position of power or not. So if the Pope does bad, I'm not going to say, oh, he's the Pope, it's fine. I'm going to go, no, that's bad. Regardless whether he's Pope or not, get him out.
Yeah, exactly. You got the same view than I have. But I guess my question would be like, why are you not Orthodox and you're rather set of Acanthist?
Well, for me, it's two things. It's more just like it's how I was brought up, and the second thing was because when I got older, I was just curious about like, well, I've been raised with this religion. Let's dive deeper into it. And from what I've come out with, like learning about it, it's more just strengthened how I feel and how I believe. Okay,
I see. So have you ever like looked into Orthodoxy?
I have, yeah, because I know with Orthodoxy, I was like cross-examining some of the saints, and I know that Orthodoxy, they revere like Constantine and Longinus, which is something that Catholics don't really hold in high regard. But for me, I'm like, yeah, that's really good of them. But in terms of like the core beliefs and the structure of Orthodoxy, I haven't really like delved into that much.
Okay, well, what I would recommend is if you're saying you understand the Pope error and the papal human are fallible, well, we believe. And obviously, they make the statement: the Pope will never error. There will be succeeders for the end of time. So, if you're going to take the set of Acanthist route, I would say that. I mean, obviously, I don't know your heart or anything. I'm saying that in the papal route, it would be a dead end position because Vatican I, if it's set of Acanthist, they would accept Vatican I. They just reject Vatican II. You know what I mean? So when it says the Pope will be there to the end of time, it's like, okay, but then it also says he can't error. So where's the truth claims coming? So my argument would be that we believe in a pentarchy through patriarchs, and we believe that Christ is the head. Therefore, if someone says, for example, are you aware of Bartholomew in the Greek? Yeah, we reject him. He's a complete heretic. But we can say that. Roman Catholics can't say that about their Pope when they kiss the Quran or do whatever. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that would be my recommendation. I'd be like, if you have these views, you should look into Orthodoxy because it lines up with the ecclesiology of the early church. The early church ran through a universal plenary council, which was not in Rome. When you read about it, for example, whenever I can give an example. For example, John Chrysostom, he talks about the whole world being Peter, and the Catholics say, oh, but that means that he has authority over all the churches. But it also says Antioch is the whole world because they have universal jurisdiction. I thought Rome only had universal jurisdiction. You know what I mean? So clearly the pentarchy has this authority because Christ is the head through its setup, through its bishops. And that's how it's been since the start. So that would be my advice.
Yeah, because for me, it was all just about like because it was with the early Catholic Church, it was very set in stone. It was only until after the devotion of like the Roman Empire was when it started becoming a lot more fractured. For me, I just draw from like the original foundation of the Catholic Church rather than like how it's progressed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I see Jacob, can you mute your mic, please? It's like kind of loud. But anyways, I see where you're coming from because we believe that the only reason they come up with this, for example, Pope Gregory in the early church, he talks about if you claim someone was going over the Constantine forgery, was saying that you can have a universal priest. He says if you believe you're a universal priest, you are a front runner of the Antichrist. I'm not lying. You can look it up. So the point is that where was this? Would someone who really believes in a universal priest say that in the early church? No, because we believe it's geopolitical through Rome being able to have authority. For example, you remember when they had the 3 crowns over military, world power, and the church?
Yeah.
They don't have that anymore. Because that was the era of their growth in the geopolitical space, which we think that is flawed. heavily from, you know, it started in 500 AD. I mean, we have letters of Basil writing about Rome in the early, or like St. Basil, he was in the 300, 400 area AD. He talks about Rome being ignorant of the truth because they let somebody back in. If they will let somebody back in that was in heresy. I mean, would someone really question Rome's authority like that? I mean, I don't think so. So we'd have to look at the honest view as a whole grasp. Obviously, quote mining is not going to do anything for me, but we have to look at the whole ecclesiology and the epistemology of the church. And I think orthodoxy has the most evidence.
Especially when it was founded, because it was more like the Justinian era, where it started becoming a strong root movement and founded from there. And especially from that, especially the Justinian era, it was a lot more stronger founded, because, as I said, when it was with the Catholic Church founding, it was only until the time of Constantine when it was fully solidified, and then shortly after his death is just when it fractured and spiraled, and it's hard to make sense of what was like the original goal.
Yeah, that's why we think orthodoxy is the original goal, you know, because look, we have so many writings talking about Rome having to appeal. For example, the ancient canons, Rome, one bishop cannot do anything without the consent of all. Vatican I complete blows it out the water. So it's like, let me add this guy to this page. And then we add, so it's like, where do we go from that to a triple crown universal system? You know what I mean? So it's like, no, you're absolutely right. Obviously, because the first person used the word universal was Ignatius of Antioch. He used the word universal in Catholic. It wasn't, and he wasn't even close to Rome. They killed him in Rome, you know. So how do we go from that to a Vatican I, Vatican II description? So I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, it's such a spoiled era when it comes to that, because it's so hard to really get a grasp of. It's easy in the early days where you've got the foundation of councils and the formations, but afterwards it spirals so much. It is hard to follow. At least I know the only thing I know with orthodoxy is that it's mainly stayed the same route that it has from its foundation. And you know, I do have a lot of respect for the orthodoxy. Do you know what I mean? I've got no ill will against them. Even if we disagree on certain things, I'm not going to be like, well, I don't like it. I'll go, but you know.
No, absolutely. I mean, for example, if you really want to talk about, for example, the Council of 381, the person who read off that council wasn't even in communion with Rome, and he's the one who wrote the creed, Holy Apostolic Catholic Church. So clearly their motivation was not just Rome, you know. So it's like, I don't know. I just don't see anything close to Vatican I being in the early church. And and if people, the only arguments would be like, obviously papacy arguments, I don't find them convincing. They'll be like, but final authority. What if we're 50-50 split? Who do we go to? Well, the early church tells us that. We believe Rome is first, but we do not believe they have consent over all these other churches. And we believe that, for example, Constantinople is called the New Rome countless of times. And they make these final decisions. For example, when Augustine talks about, say we don't have a good judge in Rome, who do we go to? The universal church. So the universal church is not just in Rome, and it has never, ever been. And I think once we break that off, it's going to cause a schism, which is what happened. So.
Because it was during the Western reign, it was like Pope Leo, and in the Eastern, it was another guy, I forget his name. And then from there, it more just starts to splinter off and fracture.
Yeah, absolutely. So, do you accept Vatican II? Do you know what Vatican II is?
Remind me, sorry.
So it's the Vatican II is the council of talking about, for example, it's one way I really reject it. Vatican II is talking about religious unity. Muslims worship the same God along with us. More of this natural theology ideology, which I reject, because talks about Hinduism, Jewish people preaching nothing that's different from the gospel. What they like to say is that, obviously, if you're a set of Kansas, you reject that. But what they like to say is that, but they're talking about how we worship the same God, therefore we give credit to them. It's but you don't make a whole document talking about they don't conform nothing to the same gospel. The Bible clearly tells us if you are not of the seed of Abraham, which is the only is who is wearing the clothing of Christ, and then if you don't have the Father, if you don't have the Son, you don't have the Father. And we see that protected for 2,000 years, and then we have someone, Vatican II coming up to say something different. I find insane.
Mm.
So, yeah. So I stand with that. Did that help like the explanation?
Yeah. No, that was a really good explanation. But yeah, no, I know
Yeah.
what you mean.
Yeah. So I mean, what is some of the reasons? I mean, is it that you haven't looked into Orthodoxy, or you're like very confident with the form of Catholic theology?
Yeah, with myself, it's just I'm like, for me, it's just that I've got like such a like strength and belief with my faith that I will admit it will be hard to move me from my pedestal, but at the same time, I don't like I won't like scorn another person for their beliefs or what they say to me. It's more just I love to learn this type of perspective from another person, because here's the thing, if I can't be moved on my faith, I'm not going to expect another person to be moved on their faith. So I'll never go, my faith is right and yours is incorrect. It's just we have our own strength and pillar of faith that, we may disagree and like dismiss each other on. But if I can't be moved on it, then I can't expect another person to be moved on theirs. So, I will respect like another person. The only time I've really had like issues is when it's come to like talking to Protestants. That's it.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta remember we're following Christ at the end of the day. The church is a manifestation of Christ. We have to go with what Christ taught, and we have to go with Christ taught. And I'm back. Let me know when you want to talk in Discord. All right. So if we go from that, we see the Orthodox view is the most consistent because through theology, through Trinitarian theology, ecclesiology. And like I said, if we just look into it, I mean, I get you want to stand your views, but I would already say that if you're believing the Pope could be wrong, then that would be an anti-Catholic view according to Vatican I. So, and that's why sedevacantist. I'm not going to label yourself as that, but that is what it is, and you cannot have your own opinion against the Vatican. So my advice for you would be
look into Orthodoxy.
Look into Orthodoxy. Watch some, for example, I can give you some good guys. For example, this guy, I don't know if he's make videos on it. Don't like just go watch the debates, but I think learning about why Christ is the center of Orthodoxy, and then learn, watch debates versus, Catholics or sedevacantists, then you're going to see, wow, this makes a lot of sense. Because I converted Orthodox. I was just a non-denominational not that long ago, such as Jay Will. And we came to this conclusion that Orthodoxy is the most consistent. So, I
will look more into it then. I definitely will. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I have a question. Do you know who Paddy Pimblett is?
Paddy Pimblett.
He's a UFC fighter.
Oh, the English one.
You sound just like him.
Yeah, it's because we're both from like same area, so I've got that like twinge of the accent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he talks like this, doesn't he? He's like, yeah, I'll just batter him, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's from I'm not sure.
Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool.
Something like that. Same as me, yeah.
Okay. But that would be my advice. Obviously, we're all learning. I'm still learning. Jacob, this guy in here is still learning. So, yeah.
Oh, nice. But I will say though, like the one thing I do love about like the Orthodoxy is just the reverence when it comes to Constantine and Justinian, because I know there's a lot of crossover with the saints when it comes to Catholicism and Orthodoxy, but I know Constantine and Justinian, they're not saints in terms of Catholicism. That's more Orthodoxy, but I would like consider them saints.
Wait, who did you say?
Constantine, because he's considered a saint in Orthodoxy, but not in Catholicism.
Like Emperor Constantine, like early.
Emperor Constantine. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not really sure. It's probably because, obviously he converted to Catholicism, and that's another proof that Orthodoxy is very prevalent in Rome. Him not being a Catholic saint, but an Orthodox saint. So.
Yeah, because Catholicism at that time, it wasn't really a thing. It was just more the stepping stones to it, because it was Constantine who became a Christian towards the end, and B, he more like civilized Christianity by moving them to the Latin language and adopting them as part of Roman culture.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah. So I mean, yeah, if you have these views, I would say that Catholicism wouldn't even accept you, like with the papal instead of the papal part. Obviously, I'm saying, but because they believe that Rome has never erred. If you disagree with this, then for example, in the Council of Florence, it says you might die, like stress for Christ, like while you live. But if you reject the Pope, then it isn't worth anything. So I find those things super legalistic.
Yeah, because here's the thing, I do believe like there can be a pope and he can like make a lot of good decisions, but at the same time it's like you can have a bad pope the same way you can have like a bad leader or a bad president or whatever. It's more just because they hold that position doesn't mean they're like inerrorable, So yeah, no, you are, do you know what, you probably are right, and I will more look into it, but yeah,
I appreciate it. Was that it, or
yeah, no, just like looking. If you've got anything to ask me, I'm happy to answer.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could ask you. Hold on.
Well, I was going to say we didn't hear it from your end, but the guy you were speaking to, how did that go? Because I heard like just from your end.
Well, I was on his app called Monkey, and I was just because like intervening, and he was a Muslim. He was just not knowing anything about his own book, so.
Oh yeah, it is difficult when it comes to that type because they're either like really profound in it and they won't budge, and
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
like the last time I spoke to a Muslim, I upset them because I said they were like, "I'll prove one thing with the Quran that's not a thing," and I was like, "Well, what about when in the Quran it said the Pharaoh crucified people?" And it's like crucifixion wasn't a thing back then, and they got really upset.
Oh well, they even believe they was somewhat crucified, but he just got drugged into heaven. He didn't actually die, which is silly. So I mean, Jay
Will one was that it was like, oh, we don't believe in Mary, and it's like, no, Mary's revered in the Quran. Like, what Quran are you reading?
Yeah, Jay Will knows about that. He could probably tell you more about Quran.
Islamic dilemma.
Yeah, it's such like a weird. I mean, I've had good debates with them and like good chats with them, but you will find always that one.
Yeah,
it's like weird. But how's your evening been then on YouTube? Have you had like a few people come up or just?
Yeah. We had a couple of people we were talking about. We were talking about this atheist and he's responding to a bunch of people in chat because we got this Discord and TikTok group chat where like Catholics and Orthodox. So people come up, ask questions about the filioque and stuff like that for about an hour and 30 minutes.
Nice.
For me and Jay Will.
Do the Catholics and Protestants like argue with each other in the chats?
Yeah, a little bit. You'll see that a lot
they
more.
Always will.
Yeah, exactly. But it's pretty much been chill.
Oh, that's good.
How about yours? You been good or what?
Oh yeah, no, it's been fine. Yeah, it's just like just looking for a stream to join. Found yours. Figured I'd come on, just like have a chill sesh with you.
Yeah.
Because I was on a stream before that was just like a chat one, and then the one before that was like talking about a bit of Christianity, but I left after like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Wait, so you're in Liverpool right now?
Yeah.
Is it like as bad as they say it is, or no?
When you say bad, do you mean like the UK or the city?
Well, in the sense of the people coming in and stuff like that.
Oh, like yeah, I get what you mean.
And then stabbing and all that.
So in Liverpool itself, it's not like as bad as the rest of the country, but in terms of the rest of the country, yeah, it's a bit bad.
There you go. It's brutal. Like, could you walk at night with like a watch on or not?
In certain parts, yeah, but in other parts, no.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah, because Liverpool's a bit of like Liverpool's more like exception to the rule, where if you went to other parts of the UK, it'd be a no-go, but in Liverpool, you'd be fine. Like, do you know what? If you ever come to the UK, like, come to Liverpool, don't go to London, don't go to any other cities.
Yeah.
You'd have a bad time.
Yeah, I'd probably never go to the UK, and be honest with you.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I mean, the only good thing, like, with our city, at least we've got the 2 cathedrals. So if you ever want to see cathedrals, you can come here.
Yeah. Did they build like a brand new church around there also, right? Like a big Catholic church? Or is that somewhere else?
Oh yeah, so that was in they built a big Protestant cathedral in like 1890, and then they built a big Catholic one in 1950, or maybe 1940. But yeah, we've got like because obviously cathedrals are just massive churches, but we've got like 2 of them.
Okay. Yeah.
We do also have, we've got a Norwegian church by the waterfront, and we've got an Orthodox church about like 20 minutes away from the city centre. And I've been in there, and it's really nice. They've got like, do you know the like Byzantine murals?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a lot of that on display. Really nice to go inside.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. You ever, I mean, yeah, like I said, if you ever go to Orthodox church, good thing you have one by you.
Yeah, true. What about yourself then? Do you have like an Orthodox church near you, or?
Yeah, I have plenty. Because I used to be a Roman Catholic, like go to Roman Catholic church, but there's one pretty much close to me, like 10 minutes away from me.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Jacob, you want anything to add?
Nope.
So you're sitting here?
Yeah, I'm looking at to some Islamic.
Oh, no worries.
Okay. We said I'm back. Counterdox is back when you're talking Discord. I don't know what to talk about.
Yeah, no problem. If you've got any more questions, though, like, just feel free to ask away, and I'll answer as best I can.
I don't really have. I mean, I'm pretty sure we covered, pretty much everything about, the Pope position and stuff like that. So I'm not really sure. But, I mean, trying to think. I don't know much about the UK or nothing like that.
So. Oh, yeah, no, you don't have to ask anything like that. Tell you what, I'll ask you then, like, in terms of, like, the core, is there that much of a difference between Catholicism and Orthodoxy, or is it, like, a bit wide difference?
I'd say it's different whenever we come to theology and liturgy, because we believe, for example, Catholic believes in something called mortal sins, which is, I'd say it's legalism, because it talks about if you break the sin, then you go to hell right away. It's like, I don't understand that part. And then because we believe in a sense where it's called theosis, where you're constantly growing with Christ. And we believe that liturgies that was passed down from the Old Testament to the Old Testament and Acts, all this stuff, these were all things of the apostolic deposit, which was the same from the start. Because the mortal sin concept that came in like 1200, maybe. So like people would say it's a development. That's another thing. Development of doctrine is something we reject. Catholics accept that, because we believe things are not fully, but when some things are set in stone, when salvific authoritative issues, and we don't think it can just be changed, especially the way Catholics did it, or Roman Catholics. So it's a little different, but
yeah. I was going to say, when you say the mortal sins, is that the whole, if you commit this sin, you get 10 years in hell, or if you do this, you get like 15 years?
And like purgatory and stuff like that, we reject all that.
Yeah, because purgatory is a weird one that has caused, like, for some of the like Catholics I've spoken to, they feel like very indifferent about it, because one of the things was obviously like baptism, that big thing with Catholics. It's caused a bit of strife, because people say like, oh, if you're unbaptized, you go to purgatory and then you decided. But then people were like, well, what happened if you're like a child who isn't baptized? Do you go to purgatory and then hell, or what? And that did cause a bit of a strife.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. That's another thing, because like, for example, and they talk about if you go to Jubilee, the Pope can take away certain years in purgatory. I just think that's all ridiculous, to be completely honest.
Oh yeah, that was a massive thing when it comes to, like, when it comes to the Crusading era, where it was, if you go, so let's say you go to Crusade, the Pope will forgive you and you'll get into heaven and stuff like that. I understand why people were drawn to it, But when we look at it now, we go, yeah, that's something a Pope can't do. The Pope can't go, yeah, you're going to heaven. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, they still do it though. That's the thing. Like they're not really taking it away.
Mm.
You know,
especially with like the new Pope now. Because I was skeptical with him at first, and then he did like one good thing that I agree with, but then the latest thing he did was where he was accepting of the Archbishop of Canterbury, but it's like a woman, and she's like, oh, pro gay, pro this, that, and it's like, no, if you know, I'm not saying you have to come out and say you hate it, but if you're supporting it, that goes pretty much against the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
I just want the old Pope back.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I know,
it's probably not going to happen, bro. You know, they have a bunch of, the people from Francis are appointing cardinals that were, like LGB and stuff like that. I mean, the Vatican, in my opinion, it's just cooked. To be honest with you.
My opinion is that it's going to cause like a second split within our lifetime, where there's going to be something like there's going to be the New Age Catholics and then the old school Catholics, something like that. I can see it coming a mile away because it's the way it's going now.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we have like certain Catholic. I feel like the Catholics, when they say traditional, I think they'll become Orthodox. I do know some that became Orthodox. They realize Vatican I doesn't allow them to stay sedevacantists because it says the chair will be there till the end of time. Sedevacantists says it's paused and then it comes back. So.
It's also a case of that a lot of Catholics I've seen these days, they're getting more into like the origin of the Bible and some of the more older stuff where they're seeing a lot more that is hasn't been presented to them. And because of that, they turn into more like traditional values and traditional viewpoints. And that is more steering the course for them.
Yeah.
Because, if you read like the Bible from the Catholic point of view that's presented today, and then you go to like some of the original sources, you'll see like a big difference, and you'll go, "Oh, I want that one."
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and like that's the thing. A majority of Catholics don't really know. Well, I mean, they don't need to know what Vatican I says, obviously. But I'm saying, whenever they make claims and they don't, they won't know what it says fully, and they'll be like, and the traditional Catholics be like, yeah. The tradition, how it's always been, they'll look at him like, well, this isn't what it's been from since the start, So
it's more as well that like when it comes to like certain discussions and stuff, they will point to a lot of old scripture to prove their point when it comes to certain things. Because they'll go, oh, this is not permitted by us, and then they'll go, well, no, hang on, if we actually go back, I can pinpoint it to the exact verse.
Yeah. I don't know. It says that.
No,
pretty interesting.
Have you got any like obviously I'll definitely read more into like Orthodoxy, but have you got any like certain videos to watch or like certain books to read or?
Yeah, well, there is somebody named he's not really, he doesn't always bear the best fruits, but his name is Jay Dyer. He goes over a lot of things pretty good.
Oh, nice.
Or books, if you want to read, for example, John of Damascus. He's a 6th century saint. He goes over a book called On the Exposition of the Orthodox Faith. He talks about it. He talks about, it's been said from the start, or even Gregory Palamas is a Orthodox saint only. John of Damascus is a Catholic and a Orthodox. But he goes over, why Catholic theology fails and why it's our opinion. Obviously, you have to believe. I want you to believe what he says, but you don't have to. So whenever you read those type of things, of Gregory Palamas, he talks about, the Thomist. Do you know what Thomas Aquinas is? Do you know what that is?
I've heard of the name, but
yeah. So basically, he's the doctor of the Catholic Church. He's dogmatized for theology. He goes over why the theology doesn't work because they believe in some called like creation and participation. We believe that the energies are uncreated. So it's pretty much a difference. And he goes over why it doesn't work, calling it Aryan, stuff like that. So that's what I
get you.
Yeah. I'd recommend you, because that's what kind of helped me and Jay Will learn, just talk about it. And a lot of Jay Dyer also, he does you want to watch like his overviews on the papacy and stuff like that, or why orthodoxy only makes sense. Now he's not the best, you know, he's not the best fruits as a Christian, but he's a really smart guy. Or Jacob would recommend NeveGod.net.
Oh, okay.
All right, buddy.
Just joking.
But yeah, no, I'll give that a look. See, yeah.
Yeah, Jay Dyer like single-handedly converted me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like you'll see. Is it like he's literally he's called like the you know, the doctor of the ortho bros, something like that.
Oh, like Doctor of Orthodoxy, something like that.
And when it comes to presuppositional apologetics, he's like the boss. Like everyone, like all the secular philosophers, and like when it comes to the transcendental argument, like he is the leader of that. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, okay. Well, as I said, though, it's like I've got, even though I don't know much about it, I do have like a lot of respect for the orthodoxy. You know, it's I've never had any issues, to be honest. It's so yeah, I will look more into it.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, Protestants. that's the gripe.
Yeah. You know, sometimes, you know, we'll like look at things we'll get focused on certain things like Protestantism and forget there's another option. That's how it was for me.
Oh, but it's the thing is though, is that it might be different in the US, because like in the UK, when it comes to like Catholic Protestantism, it's very hard boiled. You've got to like tread on thin ice when it comes to that stuff. It's so difficult to put into words how to explain it. But
yeah, I mean, yeah, UK and America are Protestant founded countries, but they're not going to act like they.
Well, the UK was like it was Catholic founded, then it had the big Reformation, and then it became a split thing because obviously in Ireland you had something called the Troubles, which was like a 50-year-long conflict between Catholics and Protestants.
And
aren't
they pretty big on like Anglicanism? And
yeah, because it was like that directs back to Henry VIII's foundation of like the Church of England and the adoption of Protestantism, and it became a split thing from there, and then Protestantism grew, and then it was like more into the later centuries when it was like a very Catholic versus Protestant mindset, where now it's not much as a hotbed issue, but there's still like a bit of tension there.
Yeah, I mean that's how it is in like the South in America. They're pretty like, I don't know if I can say it on YouTube, but talk to a certain country because they're evangelicals. But
the evangelicals.
Yeah, like Baptists, not all of them, but some of them. They're like a lot of the older generation, you know, they don't actually like to interrogate. It's like they're like, okay, let them believe what they believe, you know, not going to interrogate. And I think that becomes a problem sometimes, not all the time.
Yeah, they're the ones that it's like they have like the big church shows, don't they? Where they'll like have the big stage lights and everything.
Mega churches.
Is that it?
Yeah, mega churches. Yeah, that's what Jacob used to go to, but
yeah, that's my favorite churches.
Yeah.
You got the smokes. You got the smoke.
The smoke detector machines. Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw the one where the guy's got like a golden, he's got like a golden like Rolls Royce on the stage, and he's going like, "God gave me this," and it's like, "Without you, there is no God." And it's like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are prosperity preachers like Kenneth Copeland.
Yeah, Luther was a fraud. When you think of the Office of the Keys, what verse do you think of?
The which, sorry?
When it talks about the keys, right, and in the Bible, maybe you're not too familiar, but like, what verse is typically brought up every single time? You can answer this too, right? Inquiring Truth.
Oh, do you mean like the keys like that are in Revelation, or?
No, I'm talking about Matthew, right? When like Jesus gives Peter the keys, and then in Matthew 18:18, he gives them the keys in our worldview. But it's funny that Luther, right, Martin Luther, in his Lutheran catechism, the verse he uses to talk about the office of the keys is John 20:22. That only brings up the forgiveness and the like, if you forgive, they will be forgiven in heaven, right? Like, it completely leaves out I just disappeared, right? In Confession, page 29, the core of the keys and the verse about binding and loosing, because he knew the binding and loosing part is detrimental to the Reformation. So he actively knowingly let out the Matthew verse and brought him John 20:22. Like, this is pure corruption. This is pure corruption, dude. You can't.
Oh yeah, he left out a lot of stuff when he was going about.
He tried to get rid of the book of Revelations.
Yeah.
He was a fraud. Anything that didn't go up with his theology, he wiped it out. Like, I'm just so confused. Why are you talking about John? The chapter of John when talking about the keys.
Yeah, because I forget the name of the guy, but there was a famous debater who went against Martin Luther, and he would like win every time when he debated him, because he always like proved him wrong. But I forget his name, but he was like a German guy, but he's really good.
Interesting. I'll look into that. And I think a lot of the problems with modern day Protestantism is they're like radical reformers. They're like the classical reformers were somewhat respectable since they actually like had some sort of doctrine. They're not just like pick and choosers.
It's a thing though, like with modern day Protestantism, a lot of it is like it's more just like rejection to like pee off the Catholics, because it's like, oh, we don't do the Mary thing because that's a Catholic thing, or we don't do like the confession or baptism because that's a Catholic thing. Whereas like if you go back to the originality, it's no, that it has been a linked to Protestantism, but you've just rejected those because you want to like pee off the Catholics.
I mean, some Lutherans do confessional baptism, but
yeah, but it's more just like a lot. I know in all the modern day ones, it's like anything that is like kind of associated with like Catholicism, but no.
Yeah. Like
because I know a lot of Protestants in the UK, they're like anti-Mary, which is weird.
Yeah. When I was a Protestant, I was somewhat anti-Mary. I mean, I always respected her. I then never disrespected her, but man, I was very what do you call it? Very adamant about her being a sinner, and I just.
Yeah, and they're also like they're very like the anti-saint, because they say it's idolatry, even though if you explain to them, it's like it's not idolatry, it's veneration, where it's profession to God through these people. You're not idolizing these people. You're like you're worshiping God through the actions of these people and like through veneration. Yeah, that exactly. And it's like no, it's idolatry, and it's like no, it's not. You just these people are close to God and they are examples of God, and you worship God because of their actions, not the person themselves.
Yeah.
Well, I do gotta do like an interview, so I gotta get off the stream here in a minute.
Oh, no problem. I'll jump off then. But listen, thank you for having me. By the way, guys, it's been a nice little chill chat.
Yeah, we're gonna start going live more often. If you subscribe or like keep checking the channel, you come up more.
Yeah, I will do. If I ever see you again, I'll post in chat. But no, thanks for having me, guys. And listen, God bless you, and I wish you all the best.
Yes, sir. God bless you, bro.
Oh, thank you.
You've looked into it a little bit.
Will do. Take care, guys.
All right, take care. All right.
Wait, you ending it right now? You better go do it now.
I mean, I'm about to make I'm about to interview him. You want to be in it? You want to be in the video?
Yeah, are we doing it here, or are we gonna like?
I'm about to record, but stay in the stream live.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I'll be in the stream. Appreciate everybody coming up. All right.